Ever wondered why Brits wear shorts in winter? +5, wind, I'm freezing like hell, and these guys in shorts. And I thought, maybe I'm just weak, but no, every Russian I know is freezing.
Everyone is like naked, you go like, what? Jesus, and it's like middle of December.
So I checked this deep. Jeans, fat, mindset. I already touched on this in my last video, but this time I think I cracked the code. It's me on this photo, living proof you can Britify. Let's go. While working on this video, I found a Reddit thread. Brits were trying to explain why they themselves wear shorts in the cold. One Brit said, there is no UK temperature too cold for shorts. Well, tell it to my friend. I visited him in Brighton. He moved from Moscow and wore a puffer at +20. Only took it off because of the interview.
How different I am to these people. Again, when we're outside walking in the park, I'm fully packed. My daughter is fully packed. We're freezing. And folks are just running away in like shorts and t-shirts. They are fine. I'm coming from Russia. And we had cold weather there. And it seems like Brits are way more accustomed. And that's always make me like kind of smile.
Does anyone else moved here and still feels cold all the time? Or is it just us, Russians? And why Brits are way more adapted? Britain's basically stuck in eternal autumn. Winter is usually +3 to +10. Not super cold, but it's damp, windy and just miserable. Summer is like 1 week of sun, then back to grey. Most days are +15 to +20, with drizzle on loop. The UK gets 100 to 130 rainy days a year. High humidity makes everything feel colder. Even a light breeze feels like a knife. And a lot of British homes aren't well insulated. Inside, it's often +16 to 18 in winter, and many only heat for a few hours a day. Now take Russia. In Moscow, -15 is normal, but it's dry and calm, feels less harsh. Summer hits +30. Homes are heated properly in winter and cooled in summer. In Russia, comfort is the default. And after 12 years, can you say that you adapted? Like you've...
No, I don't think you can adapt to this kind of thing. In winter, I was flying back to Moscow from London. I remember back then it was -15, it was January. I inhaled that frosty air and I was like, damn, that feels so easy to tolerate compared to when it's here +2. Or something. The humidity is so much higher. Russian person will have a very hard time to adapt to UK.
So I had a few theories. Let's go through that. Back to the cold-proof Brits. I thought maybe it's in their DNA, like a mutation, X-Men style, or like those Arctic fish with the antifreeze in their blood. Maybe Brits have Earl Grey running through their veins. But I got curious, so I started digging. Turns out, this mutation actually exists. Some people, like the Yakuts or Chukchi, have them. Better blood flow to fingers, faster hit. And Russians carry some of these genes too, more than Brits. And it makes sense. Russian North had -60 and blizzards for thousands of years. The ones who survived, who kept moving, ate fat, made mutated babies. That's how evolution works. Anyone else hoping they've secretly got Arctic DNA? But science finds nothing special in Brits. No hidden hitter, no mutant upgrade, so biology's out. But what about Brits are just fatter? Surely fat helps, right? Let's check the data. Brits 64% overweight. Russians nearly the same. So yeah, Brits are a bit rounder, but not enough to explain shorts in February. And fat can help keep you warm, but only in real cold, like -10 or worse. If it's +5 or 10 and you are walking around, doesn't really help. Still getting in shape for summer? Like me? Keep trying. Fat's only helpful in Siberia. Alright, this theory failed as well. And then I thought, it must be cultural. And Brits just pretend to be not cold.
Every 5th person, shorts. You see tourists, they're like proper dressed, and then you see locals, and you're just like, yeah, whatever.
I mean, like, maybe Brits do feel cold, but shorts look cool and tough. Look at me, girls. It's February and I'm in shorts. Time magazine even wrote about it. The article called The Cold Weather Shorts Guide. A psychologist says it makes them stand out. People think, wow, tough guy. By the way, in Russia, it's the opposite. If there is no hat, people shout, "Where's your hat?" You'll get sick. Meningitis, cancer, the plague. Dressing light means judgment, not admiration. So maybe that's it. Brits earn points for looking tough and Russians for staying warm. Sounds good, right? And neuroscience kinda agrees. Your brain decides how bad the cold feels. If you accept it, it's easier to handle. If you panic, even mild cold feels awful. So acting tough really helps, but that's not the full story. That study only looked at men, but how do you explain this? wife during winter, she's basically Jack from Titanic, except without the ocean and without the door. I got her an electric blanket, heated slippers, fleece everything, still cold. Our kids bundle up like onions, their kids barefoot on playgrounds. My grandma would scream, "Someone dress those poor babies, please." Sounds familiar, Russians? And I think I've cracked it here. Maybe it's not about our genes or our pride. Maybe it's about how we grew up, literally, inside our homes. Okay, picture this, a Russian flat. Let me take you inside. In Russia, overheating your flat isn't a bug, it's a feature. Soviet heating meant one boiler, one switch, and the whole block melts. No thermostat, just a permanent tropical jungle. Too hot? Open the window, even if there is a snowstorm outside. We never built cold resistance. We didn't need to. Winters are brutal, but heat was cheap. Then spring comes, or rather instant summer. One day it's snow, next plus 20. And heating is still on. Now you live in a sauna. And that dry heat, perfect for viruses. Dry nose means weak defense, and this means endless colds. Meanwhile, in the UK, gas is expensive, heating is minimal, so people get used to living cooler. Their bodies adapted, their immune systems too. Science backs this up. It's not cold that makes you sick, it's low immunity. Cold actually trains your body, like the gym, but for your blood. So Russian heating, it's comfort, but it's also sabotage. Turns out, Russian babushka is the reason we're freezing now, with a little help from Communist Party. So when you see a British kid in shorts mid-January, don't panic. That's early stage character development. The boy is training to be Sub-Zero, and the girl clearly Elsa. Turns out you can train for it. So, what does this mean for us? How do we stop freezing in the UK? Easy. Alright, maybe not that easy, but it worked. I tried. Step 1, lower the heating. Start at 19, then drop to 18 or even 17 in winter. You will adjust. Step 2, go outside every day. Wind, rain, 5 degrees, doesn't matter. Walk at least 30 minutes and wear one layer less than usual. Step 3, contrast showers. Start warm, then add 10 seconds of cold water at the end. It trains your blood vessels. You'll flinch less in real cold. Step 4, eat well, sleep well. Your body needs fuel to stay warm. No vitamins or protein, you'll be freezing, even in August. Step 5, don't panic. Seriously, science says that more you think I'm cold, the colder you feel. Mindset matters. And finally, build some muscle. Muscles are heaters. Fast walking or strength training 3-4 times a week equals inner radiator. Or just do it the traditional way. A lot of layers, heating at full blast if you can afford it, and a bit of vodka. Maybe Brits don't have superpowers. They are just really good at being slightly uncomfortable. And maybe that's their real secret. Next time I see that guy in shorts, I won't laugh. I'll nod, because I get it now. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time, guys.